Welcome back. We're gonna try to do an intro properly this time. I am Tiffany. This is Beyond Swatches. Yes, thank you for coming back. I'm so thankful. I had really nice conversations with a few people on some previous videos, and I have to tell you that just warms my heart. It really does. I don't know, when you don't have anyone really to talk to about knitting and stuff, it's nice to have comments and people and just sharing ideas and your struggles and all of that stuff. So I really appreciate it. And I gotta tell you, that same video that I put up about Norwegian knitting or continental knitting is the one where I guess I get the most followers from. Originally I was going to take it down because I felt like it was such a, I don't know, it wasn't really a video. I was just demonstrating, but as most things happen in the internet world, when you try your absolute best, you get nothing. When you just throw something up, you get the best results ever. So we'll just leave it up there. But anyway, this channel is mainly just a documenting of what I'm working on and, you know, the things that kind of bring me joy, some of the struggles that I have while completing projects as a plus size person. It's really hard sometimes to find projects or patterns that fit the way you would like them to fit. You know, they may be sized for you, but fit is different. You know, when you shop in a store, I don't know, like when you shop in a store, you just accept what it is and you're like, yeah, it looks nice, you know, it feels okay. But when you can make your own clothes, it does give you a little bit more of a critiquiness about clothing. So let's go ahead and get started with showing the projects. So as far as updates go, that's all I really have because I haven't finished a whole lot except for a test knit that I did. And I forgot to bring the major test knit. Do you remember from the last video I was telling you I bought this, the beauty of being outside? Do you hear that? I don't know if it's a plane or what, but hold on. It seems like it goes on forever. All right, you should be able to hear me now. So I bought this, I had this test knit for LiQWYD Designs. It's called the Cascade Beanie, and it's almost like a Fair Isle, no, maybe like a floating heart situation. I've seen it called different things, and you know, but this one she calls the Cascade Beanie, and it kind of looks like snowfalls or starlight or something falling from the crown. It's really pretty. So I made it originally in the Malabrigo Rasta in the black, and I can't remember what the color is called, but it's like a burgundy blend. So it has burgundy and gold and some browns and little purples. Like, it's really pretty. I finished it so fast. I never took a picture of it. I never recorded anything of it. I think I posted a story with me wearing it, and that was the only video I had. And she's like, hey hun, as a test knit, you know, you need to put some pictures up. And I had intentions of making a second one anyway, so I was like, okay, purposely I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna remember to take some pictures before, during, after with the second one. So here it is. I didn't exactly finish it because I intended now to put a pom-pom on it, but this is the hat all done. So there is the 2x2 ribbing followed by the color work area, then the main color, and then there's the top. And it's cute, right? Sacrificing for you guys because it's 1,000 degrees underneath this hat, but you know, I think it looks nice and it fits over all this hair, which is a good thing. Which, by the way, thumbs up this video for finally doing my hair because I just didn't feel like doing it these past couple of months. I was in the treating phase. I was let my scalp get some nourishment, and I was making sure to condition and massage and all that. You can't do that with braids and stuff, so. But it's nice, right? Now, I personally am not a 2x2 rib person. I prefer a 1x1 rib, but follow the pattern. I even swatched, hello, as I mentioned in the last video, I only swatch when I'm making test knits because I hate the swatching process. But this is made out of, let's see if we can get this right. This was Hue and Me. This particular color, I think, is called the Peach Bellini. And I have another color that's very pale. It's a paler version of this, and I want to say it's called peach water or rose water maybe. When I bought it, I thought online the colors look different, so it looked pale and this looked darker, so it would have been a nice comparison. I was gonna make a color block cardigan, but in person they're way too close, so that just didn't work out. But I found this worked out well for this hat, primarily because in the let me go show you the other one. Hold on. All right, so here is the Malabrigo one. Instead of me just constantly talking about it, let me show you what it is. So there is the color. This is the beginning tail. I never weaved it in. Wove it in? Weaved it in? You know what I mean. I didn't sew it up. Close it. Whatever. So that's the black. This is that color, which I don't have the label, so I don't remember what the color is called, but it's like I said, it's got burgundy and purple and browns and everything. It's really pretty. I will say this one is 100% wool, and I'm not putting this on my head. So, but there's the top part. There's the nice little cascading heart situation, or stars, I don't know what you want to call it. On this one, because color work is not my thing, I didn't struggle with making the color work, but I can tell in this yarn it's so thick that it's kind of too tight right there, and I don't know, I don't know, it's not the same. Like in this one, maybe because it's a thinner yarn, maybe I did it differently, I don't know. But on this one, it's a lot looser. Like it doesn't feel as bulky in that section, and like when I stretch it, I don't feel it fighting against me. So I'm just gonna say it's because the yarn is so thick and bulky that to me it feels like it kind of resists stretching a little bit, but it really doesn't. It's still stretching, it's still moving and everything. All right, I'm going against it. Hold on. All right, yeah, see, in this one it feels tighter where the color work area is right here. So that's probably a me thing. I probably did something different when I made this first one compared to the second one, which I don't know what I did different, but I like the fit of this one a lot better. So it is what it is. But so that's the one completed thing that I have, and that is for a test knit. And what I intended to do, go ahead and make a little pom-pom to put on top of that out of that peach. Oh, wait a minute. This is called Bellini. So I was gonna make a pom-pom out of this to put it on top of that. I just think it would be kind of cute, make it nice and unique looking, if you will. And I love a big pom-pom, so that's what that's gonna be. Do you know how to use one of these? I remember when I first got this, I was so confused. I could not figure out how in the world am I supposed to get these pieces out of here, you know? Like they open up, and I was doing the thing, I thought I was doing something, and then I got to the end and I couldn't get it off, and it's like, but I didn't know that you can still do that. So in case you didn't know, you can pull it apart if you have to. You also cut in between the line. Maybe I'll show you a tutorial, but there's plenty of videos out there that show it. So, but that's that. All right, on to another finished thing, which I forgot about. Do y'all remember that bright pink? So I told you about BK Knits. Nope, Knot and Stitch. Knot and Stitch always has these videos on Instagram of making a Dawson beanie, which is nothing more than a knit one purl one hat. Knit one purl from the bottom to the top and a couple of decreases, and that's all that it is. But she pairs it with these pom-poms, and they're so pretty, and this, that, and the third. It's so pretty. Well, I fell succumb to the social media marketing. Good job, you got my money. Because I will say it's such a basic pattern that I'm pretty sure the same pattern is free somewhere out there in the world. But when it comes to patterns, I just feel like sometimes you want to support your designers because you like them. Sometimes you just want exactly what they did because you don't trust yourself to trust other patterns, etc., etc. So I went ahead and got her pattern. It is very much similar to other patterns that I've used, but a little bit different in some ways, but not different enough that maybe for you, paying $5 or $6 for a pattern, it might not be worth it, but she included in a recent update numbers to make a super bulky, a bulky, worsted, and Aran, which are pretty much interchangeable for the most part. So it's worth it in that sense for some people. Again, I'm pretty sure you can find free patterns out there, but what I like about buying paid for patterns, so far, for the most part, they are error-free, and the ability to be able to reach out to the designer with a question is something that I usually get with a paid for pattern that I don't get from free patterns. So here is the Malabrigo Rasta beanie in fuchsia. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh, look at that. And so it's designed or made to do a brim. It's so good. Oh my god. And of course I'll go ahead and throw this one on too. And again, oh wait, it might not fit. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's tight. And it's hot. Oh buddy. This is one of those luxury hats that will be up on my website as soon as I get some more of this yarn in stock to make more. It's just a basic, beautiful, because of the yarn, it makes it so nice, so cozy. Oh, I just love it. I love it. Oh, it is hot. And it's so soft. It's so squishy. Now, Malabrigo Rasta users, do you know if they all come to you smelling like vinegar? I've seen and heard that they set the colors in vinegar, and that's a common practice for dyers. So I don't know if that's what that is, but it was a very strong smell coming out of the bag coupled with the heat. And so I wonder if that's all of the skeins of yarn of Malabrigo, or was it just this particular shipment? I have no idea. But with that being said, it still smells like vinegar. And I have not blocked it because I'm scared to, and I don't want to mess it up. But eventually I'm going to have to, because if you intend to sell this stuff, you really need to know how it's going to wash and wear, right? So I'll probably put it in the sink and just kind of soak it. The wind is starting to kick up, so you're rocking a little bit. Let's see if I keep it still. Okay. But I love it. I love the hat. I love the yarn. I can see why it's such a big deal, that Malabrigo Rasta, but it's such a pricey yarn for people like self who don't want to spend $20 just about. So the best deal, dollar for dollar, that I have found for the Malabrigo Rasta, I've been researching this for a long time, is at Webs or is yarn.com. They don't have all of the colors, but they have a decent selection, you know. And the reason why I think the price point there is a little bit better, because it does start off at the regular price, which I want to say is maybe $24 or $22. But depending on how many you add, there's a percentage that comes off for the amount that you know. It is definitely worth it if you are a seller and you want to have great quality stuff. I can see that. Let's go on to the next project that I'm going to end up taking out for two reasons. One, if you remember, I told you about the first sweater by Hive Knits. This sweater was going to be my fall sweater. I was going to be making it in the burgundy color. Remember I showed you the burgundy, and I was going to do it in black sleeves and burgundy middle. It's going to look like a sweatshirt. Well, here's the thing. It's knitting around. It's a raglan sweater. There is no way for me. Okay, let me take this back, because as I'm sitting here right now, I'm thinking of a way that it could have worked, but I was too frustrated to try to figure it out at the time. But now I'm thinking about it. I might or might not try it. I probably won't though. This is what I ran into. Because it's knitting around and you don't actually start the sleeves, like the arm sleeve, until after you split, but you work the cap of the sleeve while you're working the yoke. it wouldn't have made sense to split and change the color. So I decided, okay, well, I'll just do the sleeve portion, like where she has the ribbing for the fisherman's rib. I'll just do that part in black, and I'll switch colors between sections. What happened with that is I had this weird gap, and it never officially was joined. Like, my section of the body connecting to the sleeve didn't happen because the colors were different. And because it was starting to get me frustrated, I just said, chuck it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it in just the burgundy. And what I realized from the yardage of the yarn is that that was not a true DK. It's more of a sport weight, which if I paired it with a mohair, I might have been okay. But I don't have no mohair in that color, or have one that could go with it. So I didn't do it. The blending of the whole color thing, it just wasn't going to work. So then I decided, scrap it in that color completely. You do have DK weight yarn in the house because you are working on that Sweet Shop blanket. And that Sweet Shop blanket is made out of Happy Place, which is a cotton and wool blend, which is a DK weight. So I decided we'll take the Happy Place in, which is just a very pale beige, like almost an off-white, and I'll make it out of this. I have 3 balls of this, and it's not gonna be enough, but I'm hoping that by the time I get anywhere close to needing more of it, there'll be a sale and I can get some more. My other option was to pair it with this yellow, which is a very pale yellow, almost like a lemon sherbet, maybe, or like a lemon sickle, if you think of an orange sickle with that creamy. So that's what this kind of looks like to me. And so I thought maybe white at the top, and then just a very light pale yellow at the very bottom, like around the belly area. But then I was like, nah, I think I just want it in this color. So I'll just end up having to order some more, and when the time comes, I will. Right now, this is 273 yards per ball, and I want to say you need 1,400 because of the fisherman's rib on the sleeve. It uses more yarn, so I want to say it was 1,400 for the size that I'm making, which I believe is a size 6, and that ain't gonna be enough. So I have 3, 2, 4, 6. Factor in, you know, I round up, so we're like 369, 900 yards. So I'm gonna need at least 3 more. So I'm hoping that they'll go on sale. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't, because technically this is now in a cotton. So even if I made it with a shorter sleeve, I could use it in the spring, like heading out of winter into spring. It's a current work in progress for sure. It's one that I've been taking like to doctor's appointments, working on in waiting rooms, because it keeps me busy and it doesn't require a whole lot of thinking. It is a bottom-up garment. This is the So Summer shirt by Jessie Made Designs, and this is where I'm at so far. Of course, it has an option for a folded hem. Would I do that? Of course not. I didn't feel like it. Because that required a provisional cast on, and I just wasn't in the mood. I just wanted to get started. So it has a nice rolled hem, which is fine. And honestly, if I really want to tack it down, then I'll just tack it down. But this is where we're at so far. Not too much length going, but it's looking nice, and I like it. It's a So Summer shirt. I also have the So Summer shorts, but I haven't found the right yarn to work the shorts in yet, because this to me is a little too thin, and I'm all for being, you know, whatever in the house. But I still want it to be comfortable and functional. So I'll see how this feels after wearing it, making it, and maybe I'll do a matching pair of shorts, maybe. But that's the So Summer shirt. It's just, and like I said, it's bottom up, which is not my preferred way of working anything, because you can't try it on really. Yes, Sylvia. She makes an appearance in every video. So that's the So Summer shirt. I'm looking forward to wearing it though. I really wanted to have like loungewear pieces, things that I can wear in the house and still feel like, oh, I made that. Hold on, the bikes is rolling. All right, so now that's done. Oh look, the sun has disappeared. Hey y'all. And then this is the Nurture bralette that I was showing you last week, where I just had a sleeve. I mean a strap. Well, I finally have made it to strap number 2, and I have finished in length both straps. I put them on the same needle because I didn't have nothing to hold it on to. So I finished the straps, and now I'm working on increasing the straps. And it has this cute little detailing on the back. You can kind of see the pearl stitches to kind of see where the increases lie. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm at the point now in the pattern where it's not just fiddly, you know. It's feeling pretty good, and I'm excited to see this construction because this doesn't look like anything I've ever done before. Excited to try it, and I like this color. It's not a color that I normally gravitate towards, but I do like it. And those are the straps, so it'll look like something like that. Because this is the right strap, I believe, and it'll stop right there. Isn't that cool? I'll tell you, it's amazing what you can do with 2 sticks and some string, you know? So that is that. I am making a pot roast for dinner in the pressure cooker, which I don't know. Do you have an Instant Pot or a pressure cooker of any sort? In a slow cooker, this roast would take like 4 to 6 hours on high, right? And in the Instant Pot, in my mind, I guess I'm expecting it to take like an hour and a half. But after like 2.5 to 3 hours, I'm still waiting for it to get tender. And so I'm just like, I would cook this faster putting it in the oven. But it's in the Instant Pot and it's cooking, and I got my vegetables in there and got my bay leaves in there, so it's smelling real good. Oh, and I just remembered I forgot to put my habanero pepper in there. So it's not gonna have no heat. Everything I make has to have a little bit of heat. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure my family would appreciate not having the heat in there. So, all right, fam, we are gonna cut this one off. We're gonna call this a productive Sunday. Yeah, keep sending me comments. I love talking to you all. I love it. And I don't know if you saw in the last video the recommendation in the comments to use a lingerie bag to wash my knitwear. That was my mama. And mama's just smart, because I forgot. I used to have that when I was younger. She used to have one when I was younger. And you always had to throw your unmentionables in there and your stockings and that kind of stuff. I don't know what happened to the world, but they're not very popularly seen. Like, it's not something you see on the end cap in the lingerie aisle. So I have to see if I can find one. I'm pretty sure Amazon has it, but I'll see if I can find one in Walmart, because that was a beautiful idea. You're the best, Mom. To wash your knitwear in those types of things so that the washing machine doesn't grab it, so that your bra hooks don't hook on by mistake and you know, tear it up. So that was beautiful. So I gotta look for one. But yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of the Sunday, chop down this video by a few minutes, and just chill out. I have my music going. It's just one of them Sundays. And let's take a look at my actual back over there. Don't look at the WD-40. We was cleaning up some stuff out here. And that's my neighbor's house behind me. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great Sunday and have a productive week. Okay, bye.